like me now? How you 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 like me now?
All right, well, that thing was just working quite the minute ago, and I swear, that was probably like one of my best intros ever, and you guys didn't hear one damn word of it. Go figure. Well, at least you got a chance to read it all in front of your screens here. I do not get this program sometimes where it just automatically throws things to default, and it doesn't even let you know. But anyways, welcome back to the program. You got Chris Paul Hamas here with FRB, and we are live from the 805. Let's see if we can bring us back to the booth here. And man, that's just damn disconcerting is what it was. So like I said, welcome back one more time. This time y'all get to hear me. For the lucky ones who didn't earlier, yeah, you scored. But anyways, welcome back to our thing. Thank you, everybody, for showing up tonight. Got Front Row Esports about ready to kick off their season. Or I'm not kick off their season, kick off their night here at NASHVILLE Super Speedway as they are ramping this season up. All right, so we got a lot of guys fighting for some championships and trying to get there at the end of this thing. But did go over all the program. You've seen the stages, you've seen the points, you've seen all of that. It was fantastic, right? But we're going to be getting this thing underway here in just a moment as I'm making sure all my ducks are still in a freaking or getting in a row now as we get into the start of this thing. But like I said, do appreciate everybody's patience and candor for hanging out with me and getting through all that nonsense. But anyways, we're going to go and get some. And I believe we are going into queue right now. So that's right. Let's look over the race format. Or, sorry, not the race format because we just did all that. But let's go over last year's layout. Last year's race finished here in Nashville. Check this out. Be right back.
Let's go. All right. 3 laps left remaining in tonight's race, folks. I mean, it's been crazy awesome action where we haven't really all this brought, of course, Front Row Esports, man, putting on another awesome show. Hey, wait, stop it. But of course, all this brought to you by Moser Racing, Trek Racer, W Energy Drink, and Amar Paintwood. Two laps left remaining in tonight's race, folks. Oh, wait. Dylan Banks gets past Tyler Honeycutt. Ryan Rose. The 24. What happened to 24? 2 laps left remaining. Garrett Rawls is right there. 24 of Mike Hayes is now in. He's out of fuel. Garrett Wells trying to save fuel. Final lap. Garrett Wells, 9.26. He's into the fence. Oh, pushing everything he's got into this thing now. Will he make it to the line? Garrett Wells at a 9.26. Checkered flag. Heck yeah. Garrett Wells, your race winner.
All right, everyone, welcome back. That was the recap from last year's race. So we did have a green flag run at the end. Fuel was in concern. So, there's going to be different strategies in tonight's race, not just going fast, but also being able to maintain that track pace, that race pace, and where it's at, where those cautions land tonight, where, of course, we know where our stages are, just in case we're tuning a little late here. We can look over a few of those things as we are getting underway, but we are in queue right now. So we do have our national anthem, of course, set up, ready to rock for us. Going to throw us over there and then be back for the drop of the green flag for stage 1. Stick with us as we got the Nashville Super Speedway Front Row Esports Cup Series 2025, stage 1 up next.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the balls bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
goes a little something like this.
Testing 1, 2, and 5 as we get this thing underway. Welcome to Front Row Esports, their 2025 Cup Series run here at Nashville. We got Chris Ballhamus here at the helm, and we got ourselves a pretty decent race, I think, starting off here on stage 1 in just one moment. And there we go. Key results are up, and let's drop the let's drop the drum roll. There it is. Beautiful. Okay, let me get some other fine and dandy stuff up. Make sure everything is running up to speed. I do believe so. Bubbles, I love that. That's great. That's fantastic. We got Dylan Banks sitting there on that pole, and that 48-year points leader, and he's still like he hasn't missed a step as we are back in the saddle once again. Let's see if I can get ourselves up on screen here as these boys are getting ready to drop on in tonight's race. We got Chris Carroll in that second position in that 18 car, in that third place in points. So he needs a great run tonight, and definitely a win to start getting some positions on that 48. Carl Lindstrom in the 83. Great qualifying efforts for him as you see him up in that top three, that third position. Tanner Marr in that 4 car. Wait for it. Yeah, go for the pause and the double up as he is mirroring his efforts tonight. 4th spot, 4 car. The 5th position and go to the 32 of Tom Frieda trying to make a statement tonight. 77 of Matt Jones, same thing, 6th position. Great job for these guys. 926 Garrett Wiles in that 7th position as we got Wesley Crump in the 90. He's in that 8th position. 9th spot going to be rounding it out to our man Jamie Horn, and of course at the end of the top 10, around our top 10 is going to be Hunter Bogdan in the 86. Bubbles in the 27, a.k.a. Hunter Laguna. Is going to be in that 11th position. 12th position going to be 87 of Raymond Hardina. And let's see what he has to offer for tonight's race. He'll look pretty good throughout the season, though. The 02 of Scotty Stevens as he started in that 13th position. Chummy Miller in the 8 car. 14th position, Mr. Larry Bell in the 43. Going to ring some bells from the back in the 15th position. Kyle Wellman in the 42 up there in points, but starting toward the back of the field this evening. See how he's going to charge through. Same thing with Brian Zimmerman in the 28, and that's 17th position. 18th going to be Steve Johnson. As again, some of these front runners up in the points guys started up the back, so have to skate their way nice and ginger-like through the field. Mr. 69er Ronnie Morrison, 19th position. 20th is going to be Matt Metler in the 79. Tom Stevens in the 23, and going to be rounding out our field. Going to be donuts of Michael Reeves. Does look like he's going to be a starting part. All right, Banks is going to be leading ourselves around, and there he is. Banks sitting on pole, going to be looking pretty sweet for the start of stage 1. But we're going to see, how things are going to maneuver here, how these cars are going to react to, of course, they're aero tight, loose off. Going to be interesting to see. This track is aggressive, so I'm excited to see what these boys and how they're going to fire off and where they're going to settle in. Been limited amount of banking here in these corners, so we got to really kind of float that throttle as we're going to go ahead and float this pace car off, get ourselves underway here for stage 1. Here we go, waiting for Barney and the green flagger. Green all kinds. Let's go get some at Nashville. All right, looking at Banks firing off nicely. Chris Carroll going to maintain that middle line, and you got Lindstrom there in the 83. He's going to follow right in the top 3. Lined up, 1, 2, 3. You got still side-by-side battle between the 4 and the 32 of Tom Frieda. It's a 4-car Tanamar on the outside. The 77 of Jones working outside. Ooh, a little wobbles loose here, but we are possibly 3 wide. Yes, we are 3 wide with Raymond Hardina, Wesley Crump, and sideways Raymond Hardina is And backing up. Oh, and back over in front of someone else. Oh my goodness. This is terrible. First lap. And we got some big wreckings there. We've seen Raymond Hardina. These guys went 3 wide. So let's, wow, this is going to be an interesting one here. Oh, a little early on it. So we see, oh, too soon there. Too soon, Junior. There we go. Okay, so we see the 87 on the bottom here, slowing it down. So he's probably going to get squabbles loose here as he's going to come off the bottom. Oh, no, he just drives up. So he drives up, nowhere near clear. There's 3 wide. Maybe he didn't know that they're 3 wide and wasn't expecting who was that masked man in the outside here. As they come around, we will find out. But we've seen Hardina kind of drive up there. That's going to be into the 66 of, oh, man, it's one of our newer guys here. Not sure. Might be a wrong numbers of some sort, but Raymond goes around there. As you see, he gets some contact with a few others here on the way down and across the track, and I believe that might have been the 42. So he comes across, collects 2 cars there, and then bam! Yeah, I believe that was the 42 who we clobbered there on the bottom of Kyle Wellman. So that is the treachery of starting in the back of the pack right here. As you see, kind of nowhere to go. He's going to shoot down to the bottom thinking he's all clear. Then all of a sudden, that 87 just hooks down low right in front of him, stoplight status, and there's no way he can check up. And he takes that all to the row. So not clear up by the 87 is what we've kind of concluded to here in this matter. As you see him come ripping out one more time. There we go to the 80 to the 66. So who was our 66 again? I do not know this masked man. Do not see his number, but anyways, collects him, and then he's going to come across. I believe that is 98. No. Anyways, I'll just start clicking numbers until I find somebody. There we go. That's a good idea. Johnson. No, we already know him. So maybe Crump. Was it? He's registered as the 90. Yes, it is. Okay. See, this is what drives me kind of crazy right here. But whatever. Oh, there it is. Yeah, I see his 90 now. Okay. All right. Never mind. Scratch that. Well, he gets loose off right there. That's an 86. Okay, that's 86 of Bogdan as he hooks down low. So that may be on the Bogdan too right there. As you see that 86, not the 66. 86 of Bogdan. He got himself Mad Wiggles. Well, yeah, he hooked it off the exit right here. I don't know, man. It almost looked like he got a little loose too because he jammed down onto his right rear quarter panel there. Anyways. All right. I don't know, but if the 87 would have held that bottom line regardless, he would have been just fine. So, all right. So we're a few laps into this thing, and hopefully we get this thing back up started again. Lap 1, big caution. Banks still leading the way. Carroll's on the outside. Top 3 remain the same. Top 5 actually about the same. Tom's up 1 now. We're gonna start that outside this time. Garrett, Jamie, Matt, Jones. All of that top 8. Here we go. Firing back up thanks to a very good start. A good launch we're looking for. What's starting to happen here? Come on. '77 Jones looking for himself a nice run. It's getting tied off 4. We had problems here last time. Oh, we're gonna make it again. They're 87 of Raymond Hardina, I believe, is around again. Yes, he is, and he's gonna bring it into the grass. maybe toe that thing. We're getting back at the speed. We remain green. Yes, we are. So we're going to remain green. Okay, the fight's going to be underway between teammates here in just a moment. As you see the 32 starting to rock forward here. Oh, the 27 of Hummels. Going for it, sub 7 position, biggest mover, and just rocking it to the front there. You see the 3 wide slicing through the 926 and the 32. Just a surprise attacker of biblical proportions here. And Carl Lindstrom's next, so 27 of Bubbles. He's on a mission and marching forward. 926 is now kind of jammed up with the 98 of Jamie Horn. Jamie Horn going to work the bottom of 32. Stuck on the outside, can't get down. Going to try to work that mid to outer lane. Does so, gets good launch off. Going to have the momentum, but it's kind of hurting him. He's going to zig back the 926, backs up. And this is a big fight right here for that 5th position. 32's way out off the groove outside. He's going to try to utilize this out. He does. Powers in the outside, gets around the 98. Just drops some Chevy horsepower on him and says, I got to go. 4-car Tanner Marr maybe started to look at that middle line and said, I'm going to try to find some too. But you got the 27 of Bubbles here, popping some bubbles on his way up through the field, as now moving himself into that 3rd position. Got underneath Carl Lindstrom with these, and now he's banking on Chris Carroll, and then the 48 of Banks still leading the way. Everyone's still tracking along in the top 5, top 7, but you have some more dogfight happening between the 0-2 of Scotty Stevens. Matt Jones still sticking in the fight. Joe Miller's trying to get in there, and here comes a 69er, Ronnie Morrison, in the MetaQuest Camaro. So this is a new car for him right here. Good to see him switching it up. Larry Bell in the 43, 28 of Brian Zimmerman, and Johnson in that 15th position. All going to go single file right now, as we're going to start skipping our way back up to, and we find some outside grooving happening between the 926, trying to get a launch off here, and the 02 Scotty Stevens nipping at his heels with the 4-car Tanner Marr, and the 98. Oh wait, the 926 kid, the 4-car, big push right there through the center. 4-car handled like a champ as he come rocking out. Now he's going to get up on the bumper of that 98 of Horner, trying to get himself some gaps and stuff between that 98. 98's now going to get to the low, juke down low. He's going to try to get underneath that 4-car's going to take him on the high. Goes. Drag race down this back stretch right here between that 98 4-car. 4-car going to bring it in close to the 98. 98's going to take it down to the line. 4-car is going to rotate out with some horsepower. Now he's going to be chomping at, oh! Bigger losers right there, baby. Oh, man, you got to check his shorts after that one, as he just did some kind of Tokyo drifting down to the infield almost. That 4-car did, as he's still on a hot one right now. Now trying to get to the bottom. Now the 98 of Horn's going to rotate back to the outside. We got the 8-car in the grass trying to pull himself to Earnhardt. And Steve Johnson working his way on the outside to get around that Earnhardt move. As you got Larry Bell. Oh, got more cars loose off here. Maybe that's a 77, maybe? No, it was not. That was, I don't know who that was. That was 02 with Scotty Stevens. So we got a drag race door to door. Beat him down fast between the 02 and the 77 of Jones. Jones going to work that high side, launch that thing out, drop some power on the, and he does, gets that power down that concrete, and now starting to inch away, but the 02's clawing back on the bottom. 77 is now going to have to really rotate off beautifully, stay away from that wall. Does. That was, woo, ever so close. Gets around that 02, and the 77 will take that position away and remains inside that top 10. Meanwhile, back of the ranch, you got the 98 of James Warren under fire one more time by the 926 of Garrett Wiles. Garrett Wiles working that bottom line, gets stalled up there as you got, just Tom, you out here just chilling. You all fight back there, it's all good, I'm cool. 98 of Warren, though, back under attack by the 4-car Tanner Marr and Ronnie Morrison. Now, Mr. 69er rocking it up forward here, up 11 position, biggest mover of the race thus far into 8th position here as he started from the rear of the field. Dodging some pretty nar stuff in the beginning, but finding his way up inside that top 10, and Garrett Wiles starting to fall back. Maybe starting to work on his fuel-saving strategies or something, as Garrett Wiles, I believe, won this race last year, if we remember our replay action just a few minutes ago, you know. But yeah, that was a long green flag run, and again, fuel saving can win you depending on where these things fly. Yeah, the caution do at least. Right now, we got good green flag running. Whoa, we got one caution, and the 69er about to give us a second at this beginning of this thing. Because he was drift sideways loose. He's going to throw it in once again, and the 926, he's going to be up top saying, oh, gosh, hold on to that thing. But he's loading slowed up now. These guys are starting to do a little traffic jam between the 77 and the 02 of Steve. These guys still side by side battling. Just can't get enough. Oh, almost got it up there. The 02's going to make himself. This is just a damn good move right there. Around the 77, underneath the 926. Oh, doors the 926. Going to give him a little ring and some bells. I think that's what the 43 is supposed to be doing. But negative. We got hard battle 3 wide now. Here goes Matt Jones down to the bottom. He's like, I'm going to take all 3. And here goes Steve Johnson, too. Oh, yeah, here we go. This ought to be good. Took a ride with Steve Johnson. Oh, my, hold on to her. That was the 02 of Stevens. Drift sideways and loose, and the one was just trying to wait for these guys to sort it out so he can get past them now. That was a good battle. He's going to find that exit on the turn 4 here around 02. Stevens now just can't seem to keep that power planted on exit. We may have got the tires just a wee bit hot and uncomfortable. But we do have more battling to be had here. Brian Zimmerman in the 28, Wesley Crump in the 90 could get involved in some contact. Lap 1, now he's trying to fight his way back up through the field, which is going to be very difficult here in Front Row Esports due to the fact that all these boys are damn good. Johnson now working the bottom of Matt Stevens here, trying to get inside that top 10. He's going to get this position, I guarantee it. I'll bet everything. I bet it all! The ones in the, 7 high, out the groove. You're going too high, stay in the groove. 77 going to rotate right behind the one. One's going to get into that top 10. Now Garrett Wiles is starting to make his way back forward once again, or hold position, try to hold position. Same thing, things are just really starting to slice themselves out to a little bit thinner-ish in this field right now. Whoa, wait a minute, Chris Carroll goes and takes the race lead while we have all that going down. Let's see if I can wind back this stuff. Oh, yes, we will right here. Here we go. The pass for the race lead. Chris Carroll does it while we were obviously kind of just, head deep buried in all kinds of race stuff. So 48's going to let him have that real easy, like, and let him go, and going to kind of march on. But right now, Chris Carroll is your race leader. Dylan Banks sitting in that second position, and Bubbles got into third, stayed in the third. Same thing with Carl Lindstrom. Fourth position, lost one spot, but he's holding on. Jamie Horn, though, moving forward. 4 positions up right now. Good job, my man, in that 98. Tom holding strong right now in sixth position, only down 1 spot. So if he can kind of continue this, he could have himself one of the best finishes of his 2025 run. So he's doing really well in stage 1. We've got 10 laps left remaining in this guy. Can these guys hold on? 926 and the 69 going to go door to door. This battle normally doesn't end pretty between these two cars. Just a little heads up, but it's going to end nice right now. As looks like the 69 kind of backing up ever so slightly. Johnson moving forward and dragging along Matt Jones right along with them. Jones following a very fast bumper there of the one car of Steve Johnson. He's going to try to learn a little something. And that's a smart man right there, that 77, following that one and, basically marrying him. He's going to teach him a lot about racing right now. You're going to learn a little something. As it's going to be a 2-for-1 sale, as the 69 is going to be the big loser without losing 2 spots in 1 lap. Carroll and Banks, these guys going to go side by side. Here we go. Baker's going to go throw it back on him. Battle for the race lead. Banks and Carroll going to go door to door. Carroll's going to get real tight down there and try to get that launch off. He does, but he's going to heat them tires up. We got a drag race even down this backstretch here. But I believe the outside lines, what's going to give, the 19C or the 18 sees this, kind of just does a quick little bump off the fuel, gets right back down, crosses back underneath, and now he's going to get to the bottom. Yeah! Contact and holy ties sideways. Carroll still holding on to it. Still holding on to it. Doesn't hit the wall. Oh my gosh. Right on, Carroll. Jesus. Yeah. Change. You definitely got to change your shorts after that one. As Bubbles, he's a freebie and just goes floating right by. Banks now back up to race lead, but he had a perfect strategy there, crossing him back over and taking that inside. I think he just shot up that track a little bit quicker than he thought. Got into his door and tried to wheel it off from him so that way he wouldn't wreck them both. Man, that was exciting. Good to see that one. Glad we caught it. But yeah, so looks as if everything else is going to be more single file running-ish to the end of this thing. I don't see a lot of battle for position except for, 90, 69. Gotta hold on to it, buddy. I think I'm gonna do the daring right now, and we're gonna go for a ride on the 69er on Morrison. I'm gonna say, hold on. Woo! Yeah, that Metacar's a little scratched up, but it'll be all right. It'll buff out. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. 48. Banks now trying to run away from Bubbles. Bubbles knows it's time to put Hammer down now and see if he can get himself a little bit of a stage victory. Carroll just trying to collect his thoughts and his place in life there after his Iracing life just kind of flashed before his eyes as he was almost one with the fence. Saved that thing. That was beautiful. It really was. But this hasn't really been a battle. These guys have been kind of running together, 1, 2, or fourth and fifth, and then sixth of Tom. Oh, maybe I was off there. So that was into stage one. Dylan Banks is going to be a stage one victor. Some stuff up on the thing. There we go. All right. My driver details. Yes. Yes, sir. All right. Get some cheddar up here, too. What do you know? Dylan Banks, your stage one race winner. Bubbles, a.k.a. Hunter Lagunas, is in the 27 car in the second position. Third is going to be Chris Carroll in the 18 with just a lifesaver there of a slide. Fourth position going to go to Carl Lindstrom in the 83. Heck yeah, good job. Lucky to be shout out to the Lindstrom family as well. So good job remaining in that top five, and round out the top five is going to be Jamin Horn in the 98. Points well needed and deserved. Tom Freitas in the 32. Goody, good job, my man. Welcome back, huh? In the sixth position. Yeah, Tanner Mark, seventh position now. Down a few spots, but still holding strong. 926 Garrett Wiles in the eighth position, doing the same. Matt Jones finishes up in that ninth, and rounding out our top 10 is going to be Mr. Larry Bell. As these guys are going to go in, get themselves some 4 fresh feel goods. We're going to send them in here, let them get everything changed up. Send us on a commercial. We'll be back for stage 2. Stick with us.
This can't all be true.
Every word. CIA Black Vault break-in.
Am I reading this correctly? The Kremlin bombing?
In fairness, the bomb was actually meant to kill him. He gassed a security briefing.
That was just 2 months ago.
This explains the handcuffs. It's still not clear why he's here. If we want to bring the world back from the brink, we have to deal with him.
Should he choose to accept?
Smart people on every side are close to panicking.
What exactly is your plan?
Your team has been betrayed, Ethan. All your secrets compromised. Everything you are, everything you've done, has come to this.
You gave him an aircraft carrier?
Our lives are the sum of our choices. If this was your calling, your destiny, I have no regrets. Neither should you.
I need you to trust me. One last time.
Play it, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. Looking for change, looking for pain. Pulling a mob, pushing a train. I'll never stop, stick to a lane. Pick up the pieces and go rearrange.
All right, welcome back, everyone, Front Row Esports, Stage 2, Green on guys, here we go. Bill makes good jump with Chris Carroll in that second position. Bubbles now in that third. So these guys are going to go 1, 2, 3, see if they can sort it out quickly, get in line, and get to making some speed. 9, 2, 8, whoa. Make sure we're not too crazy out there. Not bad. You see everybody's just wrapping it down and kind of feeling it out right now. And actually, let me do the same here as we are getting some laps cranked into stage 2. Sweet. Okay, so now Bubble's going to take over that second position. Chris Carroll. Chris Carroll's now under attack by Jamie Horn in the 98. Might be a little tire strategy going on in the 18 camp. We're not sure. Tom's now into that 5th position. Carl Lindstrom, 6th position, falling back. Garrett Wiles marching forward and stuck on the outside. Is going to be a 77 of Jones. We know that works for the minute, but Joneson is looking for that line to the bottom. He's Jonesing for it. Yeah. And it looks like the Steve Johnson in that one car marching his way forward up 10 positions inside the top 10. Way high. High to the outside. He's going to get on the bumper of the 77. He gets stalled up by the 83. 83 is in the Hornet's nest. Yeah. Look at this. You got a cluster, you know what, appearing right now with the 83 at the helm of this one. 83 on the bottom. You have the 77 Jones looking for it. He does. Gets a run on the outside. Clears all that mess. Now he's going to jump underneath the 32, taking a ride on board with that 77 of Matt Jones as he is flying through that field right now, at least trying to, but making himself some good decisions. Good decisions being made out there as he's going to have the 926 now dropping in onto his right rear here. Nope, doesn't. Ooh, wow, loose and all contact, and there's all kinds Johnson, and we are sideways, and 360, oh my goodness. He's landscaping. He tore that thing up. Oh, wow. No caution, so we're going to wind this one back as we've seen him get loose off as we were riding on board with the 77 right here. Plants the power, just can't get it, and then the one was just there. He just boom, and then he hammered back into him, and down he went. Ouch. So back underway. He's not out of it, but he's definitely down. Absolutely. Seems like the pace simmered down ever so slightly, but not really. We still have Gars jamming it up right now as he got a hot rod of Steve Johnson looking for more positions, and so is the 926 of Garrett Wiles on the outside, challenging that 4-car Tanner Marr's having none of it. Carl Lindstrom, he just lost himself all kinds of positions, and he's trying to get them back. Yes, he wants them back. Give me those spots back in mine. Well, you can get up there and have to take him, 83. I'm just going to tell you, as he's going to try to find himself a slot up in front of Chummy Miller in that 10th position. Does so. 8-car running good along with the 43 of Larry Bell. Larry Bell driving and diving to the bottom along with the 69er of Ronnie Morrison. Hunter Bogdan, all them go. Oh, here we go. Carl Lindstrom sees a possible door open. 926 closes that thing. Tanner Marr and the 32. Everybody is, oh man, this is a dogfight right here. Tanner Marr way high to the outside. 926 can get that bottom. Marr's going to have a big fat run going down this backstretch going into, and he jumps down and, oh my gosh, this is getting tight. This is like some parallel parking down LA. That does stall them up. 83 backs up right there, which shoves him 3 wide. The 69er Ronnie Morrison's going to go around the outside, and makes it a happen cap as Carl Lindstrom now backing up there. And all it took was the loss of that momentum here. Now he's losing even more positions and getting run over by some traffic right now. So Larry Bell in 12th position. Moving up into the top 10 is going to be Chairman Miller. See if there's going to be any fighting happening. Here comes Raymond Ardian trying to get back in the fight of this thing. He saw himself struggling in stage 1, absolutely. Around twice, and once the second time didn't bring out a caution, so that put him back. Now he's going to try to charge back. Luckily, he's still on the lead lap, so he still has a chance in a fight in this matter. But we got battling happening. The 27 of Bubbles is getting his bubble popped right now as he's dropping back. And Carroll and Steve Johnson moving forward. Jamie Horn, whoa! Look at this guy, sneak attackers all kinds, and slides himself up into that second position, hunting down the race leader. Go get some Horn. He's like, I'm rounding a horn right now, bro. We're gonna get some right now. I get you. Man, good fights, a good battling happening. Tanner Marr under attack attacking. My bad, Tanner. But Mr. Marr going on the attack and getting past that 27 of Bubbles as you see him back it up. And we got cars into the fence, throwing up all kinds of spark. You would see him a lot more if it was at night. But you saw some of the haze coming off that 4 exit there. Deadwall's taking a beating. 87 trying to march his way back forward again. Going to go side by side with the 02 of Scotty Stevens. This is going to be for that 13th position here. Looking to clear him here on exit. This is where guys have been. Oh, we have. Oh, yeah, I like this. It's going to be fun right there. All kinds of fun. Here we go. 32, Tom trying to hold him off here. Got Garrett Wiles in 926. And Garrett, you got the Charlie Miller in the 8. 69er, Roddy Morrison, Carl Lindstrom, and Larry Bell. So you got a cool little six-pack happening right here. And we're not talking, six-pack with the happy ending. This is not going to be good. We got a lot of jockeying and juking for positions. Cars running about the same speed. This is where the frustrations will start to play their ugly role in the race format. So forget to always put that up into the race format about what we have for driver irritations. Side-by-side battle going on. The 69 of Ronnie Morrison, the 8 car of Charlie Miller is going to be for that. Oh, contact, baby! 69 gets a little low. Kisses the line, gets him loose. We're going to go 3 wide now as Carl Lynch is going to take full advantage of both these cars being stalled up. Does not get the opportunity to do so. Now they're going to search one more time. Lindstrom just trying to find himself any kind of run back forward as he got stalled up really good. You see them leaders up in front of him. Good view right here of the top 10 as Carl Lindstrom's trying to get in and stay in that top 10. As he's going to go door to door with Charlie Miller, stalling up his exit, not going to get that run off, and that's going to bring more treachery up to his bumper. The 43. Okay, we got Garrett Wiles and RG getting past the 32. We got, here we go. Here comes the 43, 87 now. The 8 car gets a little, now he's the one who's going to be dejected from this group. As the 87 to get down to the bottom here along and the 43 of Larry Bell sees that open door, going to try to get past him and get him scooched back. We've got contact the wall right there. Oh, now here they're going to go side by side with the 87 of Larry Bell. Ronnie Morris going to go side by side of the 83. 83 on the bottom here, can't get him cleared. 69 is going to rotate out on the high line. Coming out of 2 down that backstretch. 83 is going to send her back in one more time. These guys are going to go tit for tat. Just can't, once you get that run, you get the momentum, you don't want to, we got car sideways, and that is going to be the 8 mowing some grass, doing some landscaping. Gonna bring it on back on the track. Trying to, does not happen. He gonna slam wall. Oh, detonation to the fans. Ouch. That will ruin his stage, possibly his day. Let's drop back in on our race leader of Dylan Banks, 48, just out here running his race, doing what he does, which is lead some laps. Right now we have Jamie Horn coming down to the end of, or towards the back end of this stage, right? We call this the back eddy here. At least we do in surfing. So this will be the back eddy of the stage too. And the 98's now chomping, at the bit here and looking for a good run to get past this guy. So does this mean that he may have been found himself a tire, not really saving strategy, but utilizing his tires properly to stay right here with him, and now keeping the pressure on the 48 to run some decent laps, not allowing him to back off and save his stuff, keeping that mirror full. That's what Jamie Horton needs to do. That's exactly what he's doing so beautifully right now. Take a ride along board with that 98 and Jamie Horn. And, right there's his closest competition. As we got some battling happening here. Steve Johnson and the 27 of Bubbles at the inside. 100 Lagunas trying to work that bottom line. Steve Johnson working the outside line, taking some contact that one car has already throughout tonight's race, especially in this past stage. But working himself a decent line and a good program is going to find himself into that top 5 around Bubbles. Barely, not quite yet, not clear. He's going to take it one more time. Now he is clear. Going to drop it down to the bottom and try to continue his march forward. Try to get a hold of, oh my goodness. Just as we say that though, he gets just nasty, gnarly loose off of 4. We've seen it happen over and over again. This time to one of our best here of Steve Johnson, hold on to it, losing himself positions. Now he's gonna try and start all over again. He's like, dang it. But here we go, back at the ranch of Jamie Horn and Dylan Banks here. Still sitting on the bumper, not trying to advance his position, at this time. As these two are trying to run away from the field, they're doing a great job of it. 4 car is trying to catch up to the 18 and see if they can start making some ground on the race leader. We have some battling happen between Carl Lindstrom and the 43 of Larry Bell. Larry Bell starting to see the light here. All right, the seas are starting to part. He's seeing that race lead up there, getting himself almost inside that top 10. Larry Bell on the march back forward. Brian Zimmerman, you've been hot all, just these last month or two, but he kind of chilled out right now as he's in 18th position, holding on to that lead lap. And let's see if he can hold on to it all the way to the end of stage 2 here, as we still have ourselves a good 20 laps left remaining. Side by side, Tanner Marr outside, Bubbles to the inside. 27 is going to clear with these, which is smart. That's what you want to do here. You don't want to fight a lot of side by side action. You're not racing that guy for that position, more or less. You're racing leader. You're trying to get that time on track, and you want to stay up there. So the longer that you fight this guy side by side, the more company you're going to bring to your bumper, and that's going to put more wear and tear on them tires. Banks still leading the way. Take a ride on board with Dylan Banks here in the Allied Chevy. He's just trying to run for that 98, but that 98's having none of it right now as he's sticking glued to his bumper. We're talking Gorilla Glue duct tape status as he's not letting him go. Absolutely not. Wants to stick right there with him. That way he can jam a good run at him at the end of this thing, possibly get himself a stage win to let Banks sweep this thing. Jamie Horn's looking really fast though, as you see the Chris Carroll kind of falling back, and we do have our times up on where they are where they do fall from the race leader. Oh my goodness, there goes the one car of Johnson once again, saving it. Oh wow, we're gonna have to rewind that one because that was another wicked loose exit off from 4 here. So he's trying to hold it, and there he goes. It's over here. Just steps out. Oh my! Wow, wheels that thing. Good save though by Johnson. 2 of them in a row. He's gonna lose a lot of positions there on that one though. So that drops him back into 12th position now as he's still figuring out his car. He's going to find himself back in the heat of things between this little go-fast group that's just been terrorizing the track and each other throughout tonight's run. And that's going to be, well, the 32 was kind of leading that group. Oh, yeah, he broke away, but the 02 and the 69 going to go side by side. Carl Lindstrom trying to hold strong in that top 10, working on that point, trying to stay consistent in that 2025 season points. And getting those stage points will do. Whoa, my God! Wow! These guys are losing the rubber and they're losing it quick. Like no grip off from forward. That is the danger zone. All right, Top Gun status is going to be the exit out of 4 thus far. I mean, we've seen a little stuff happen out of 2, but I think 4 is, that's the spot right here. So the leaders are handling it like champs are over here. Smooth in, smooth out. But some of these other guys maybe missing a little bit in their setup or their arc and line. As you see, everybody just kind of rotating through. That's the 8 car in. Looking at our race lead. Right. Okay, so yeah, Big's still leading the way. Just kind of scanning over my systems for one moment and seeing where we're at. Jones really falling off pace too. He's 17th position now, and he was wholeheartedly up in that top 5. Kyle Wellman, you've seen him damaged in the beginning, so he's riding on his backup car right at this moment and riding slowly in that thing. So he's trying to make this thing to the end. But he hasn't got any stage points either, so he's going to need to get them stage points and find himself, we're going to find himself in a little bit of trouble as we get closer to that cutoff line. So lead's starting to separate ever so slightly. 98's starting to lose that grip on the 48, and the 18 starting to reel in that 98. So actually, the 18 starting to reel them both in. As we still have ourselves some laps left yet in tonight's run. So it said I was reading the thing and it said 35 and 90. That's what I thought, but whatever. So we'll see if it's 90. Hopefully it's not 80, but we're gonna keep our eyes peeled. And I just saw a car down there on the bottom. And will these guys be able to make it? I mean, I don't really know their exact fuel consumption here. We got side by side the 86 and the 1. 1 still falling back, really fighting his car this evening, and definitely having a case of the struggles. The one who's not struggling is going to be that 48 one more time, leading the way, doing it kind of comfortably now. Not quite, a couple car lengths. They're not stretching it by no means, but he's there. He doesn't have as much pressure on him now. But here comes the 18. 18's going to put pressure on the 98. He'll be watching that 18, and if he gets to that 98, gets around him, and starts to go, that maybe when the 48 may need to open her up a little bit more. 32 holding it down in 5th position. Good job, Tom. Rock and roll in that top 5. Going to seize himself some decent stage points if he can continue this race pace and close this thing out at the end of stage 3 with himself in the top 5 run. Doing good work out there on track thus far. 926 as well, and moving himself back forward again. Scotty Stevens along with Carl Lindstrom. Carl Lindstrom's been on a seesaw on it ever so slightly throughout tonight's race, but he's starting to work himself the right direction. Here comes the 926 now. He's going to find himself the door open. 32 is going to let him have it. 02 of Stevens. Challenge is back. Ooh, looks like Stevens got a little loose off there. 4, be careful. That's treachery right there. All right. He's going to work that bottom. 32's now going to rotate and underneath the 32 gets him and clear. 83 and 32. So Tom lost some momentum, as you can see, as the 83 continues to close on him. Now Tom is trying to get that momentum back up again, and fire off one more time. Lap 72. We've had one caution, some incredible saves, and tires just going to be getting worse and worse. So there is a thing with these cars that in between the run, these cars can get, can turn a different direction real quick, like. And then all of a sudden, 5 laps later, the car settles back in, and you start moving forward. Oh my gosh! Not that time. Not that time. So that kind of hurt. And that was a, was that the 32? Try to wind this back. I think it was. Okay, loose. Oh! Pancake to the fence right there. That's going to hurt him. That's definitely hurt that right front. So Tom's going to try to hold on to that top 10, but he is backing up. Now he's just trying to hold on to this stage. Get in there, get it fixed, and get himself a shot for a good finish here in stage 3. So yeah, gee, everyone's clipping wall. Everyone is having the struggles right now with turn 4 exit. Oh, we just leave the camera here. I mean, seriously. Oh, that was Tom again. So I mean, to get the one car struggling, same thing, loose off, change that arc, something. But yeah, Tom took a hard lick to that right side of that car, so that's gonna mess up that car anyways. But he's gonna try to stay in this thing. Same thing with Raymond Hardina. He's struggling at tonight's race as well. Zimmerman, Wellman, all these guys still trying to stay in the fight. Matt Metler, first car, 1 lap down. He will be that lucky dogger coming into stage 2 or next caution, as long as he's not part of it. Dylan Banks still leading the way in the 48. 98 has fallen off ever so slightly, and so has the 18 of Carroll. So these guys are going to kind of ride it out, it seems, and try to get us to the end of stage 2. Scotty Stevens in the 02, 5th position. Holding strong. Good job, Scotty. So, again, this guy's been on the roller coaster ride as well. 02, Scotty Stevens. Making his way throughout tonight's race. Has found himself kind of buried in traffic, dogfighting, taking a little bit of door here and there. I mean, these cars are not scratch, free at all. One little bit. Carl Lindstrom, 6th position. 926 of Garrett Wiles. 7th, Tanner Marr. He's back to 8th position here in that 4 car. Larry Bell moves himself up 6 positions into that 9th spot and holding steady from where he started to where we're at now as Hunter Bogdan still in that top 10th position. Now Johnson and Freitas here, these guys are kind of locked into a little bit of a battle here. But the reason why I mean lock in is because they're both fighting their cars pretty hard and struggling to get past each other. Now the Johnson going to get to the bottom. I'm sure the 32 is going to lift up nice. Get that. Oh my goodness, the 32 still struggling off the off floor right there. What a fight is underway in that cockpit right now for the 32. Can these guys make it another 10 laps? That's going to be the question. On tires wise, someone going to loop it, take out another car? I don't know. I mean, they're separated pretty good right now, but that's not my concern. My concern is in just being able to hold on to these cars, especially out of 4. We can just leave it here at 4, and I think we'll be good to go for action. What do you think? Yeah, so Metler needs to hustle his stuff. He's I believe he's 1 lap down or so. But he's still in that fight, so good for him. Good for him. 98 of Horn now. Maybe starting to close. Looks like he is. Maybe cool off them tires. I do that a lot too. I'll back off from the leader. Let him run a bit. cool off my tires, you know, ease my center, and then all of a sudden I feel like I get a little more grip. Still trying to run it easy, but but my lap times start picking up. So 98 of Horn may be looking to do the same. Cool those tires off a little bit. That way it'll give him a run back at that 48. And especially now that he's coming up on lap traffic. So this is going to be Matt Metler, I believe. Let's look at the negative. That is going to be Jones. Uh-oh. Jones about to go lap down, which will be okay as long as Jones struggles hard out of 4. 48 down to the bottom, clears him. Same thing in the 98. He's going to give him the lane. Good heads-up drive by the 77, giving those guys a lane to run. Now it's up to keeping that thing clean, and now he'll be the lucky dog so long as Kyle Wellman doesn't get past. Now let's go to the rear of Kyle Wellman and find to see where the 48 is. Shoot, is that no, I'm sorry. Is that him on his bumper? Like that's Matt Metler in the 79. So he's going to go possibly 2 laps down before. So that's a good thing for Wellman. Wellman at least has a little bit of a buffer between him before, kind of. Can these guys hold on? We're going to ride on board with Dylan Banks here in the 48 as we're going to come to, oh my goodness, we're going to come to the fence there. Give it a little kiss, a little love. We got 5 laps left remaining. We're coming to 5 to go in stage 2. Those are the 2 lap cars. That is Wellman and Metler. Metler can't go another lap down because it'll just take a caution in stage 3 to get him back in it. Jones holds strong, and as long as the 42 doesn't get passed up, remember like he will be the lucky dog, get back on that lead lap and get another fire off on him. So can these boys outrun the leader? And the leader's holding off the rest of the field. So great job there. Everyone's kind of single filed out. You'll see that on your tower to your left, and see the seconds behind the leader, and how far these guys are all stretched apart. So Wellman and Gerald Metler, and then there's Banks right there. There's your race leader. Few more laps left in stage 2. As kind of keeping pace on the race leader, the only drama to unfold is going to be if those lap cars can stay. Well, if Wellman can stay on the lead lap, and if Metler can just stay 1 lap down and have a shot at this thing at the end, if they can get a caution. So he's going to be Lady Luck to flash on his side, but Carroll now, Bubbles is getting, oh, and I'm sorry, that's Jones in the 77, so that's a lap down car, still under, just other cars, so he's still under fire by him. All right, all these guys sticking neat to the end of their run here in stage 2. You see the race pace has slowed tremendously, and it looks like guys are getting a little more handles on their cars right now. So it's good news for them. Checking on that 32. Yep, 32 still rolling. Good job, Tom. 48 at Banks. Going to cross the line at 90. 1 more lap for stage 1. Bankers is looking good. But those cars in front of him, will he let them have a break? He has room to do so from the 98 of Jamie Horn. Or will he force the issue and put these guys a lap down? Can he do it? He's there, he's on him, but now he's going to let it have it. So here we go. Into stage 2. Banks will take it.
Is out.
right, Dylan Banks going for the sweep. Awesome. 48, Dylan Banks, your race, your stage 2 race winner. 98, Jamie Horn, second position, gets some decent points here in tonight's race. Third spot going to go to Chris Carroll in the 18. Good job with that. Fourth spot going to go to the 27 of Bubbles, a.k.a. 100 Lagunas. Carl Lindstrom gets it done with that top 5. Good job, man, holding strong and getting those points the way you need to for the season. Same thing with 02 with Scotty Stevens. Sticking and staying in the fight, gets that 6th position. Good job. 7th going to go to the 926 Garrett Wiles. And then the 43 of Larry Bell, 8th position. Good job, Larry. Tanner Marr holding it in that top 10. Hold. He does. 9th position. Good job. Hunter Bogdan. And rounds out your top 10 and points for stage 2. All right, I'm Chris Ball Amos. Everyone, I'm going to take a quick break and get us back here to Front Row Esports and their Stage 3, dropping the green flag. Stick with us, and we're going to take a quick break back here in just a moment.
You're that golfer, aren't you? Bryce Cahill. Used to call you Stick, right?
Yep, that's me.
This guy was a big pro golfer on television, everything. 12th hole, big tourney. Sawgrass, I think, maybe like 2009. Shanks one into the lake and just melts down. Full psychotic break on live TV. It was insane. Threw his clubs in the water. I bet you can't even look at a club after a train wreck like that, right?
Things were supposed to be different for me. I look in the mirror. I would not bet on that guy.
Although the divorce has been finalized, there's still the outstanding matter of the family home.
I object.
To what?
That's contempt.
We're not in a courtroom.
I feel like you guys are ganging up on me. My
3-6.
chair's not as high as yours.
There's a tiny lever
Can we
under
just,
it.
like, please?
Court's adjourned.
We're not in court.
If you keep looking in the rear view, you're gonna swerve off the road. The question you gotta ask yourself is, what's next?
That was your pep dog?
That's all I got.
You're cupping your wrist a little bit. Did you hear that?
I can barely hear you.
Wait right here, Mrs. Nussbaum. I'll be right back. I found a case of golf club like a dream. What's your name?
I'm not into older guys, but I'm flattered.
Hey, get out of here. Who coached him?
His dad.
Why'd he stop playing?
His dad.
I'd like to try to qualify him for the U.S. Amateur Championship. I think he could win it all.
You don't need to cut the corner here.
Why go around when you can just go over?
Tell me you don't want to go on this trip.
I don't want to go on this trip.
Your mouth's saying one thing, but those eyes are saying something else. Our march towards world domination begins today. Come on, let's do this.
You sure about this?
You've been saying I need to move on. Maybe this is my chance.
You've put everything you've got into this kid.
How good are you? Like, really good? Like, really, really good? Yeah, all the reallys.
And I'm just nervous. If it goes sideways, I don't know if you'll come back this time.
Is he your shot at redemption? This is your mulligan?
You might need to skip out on this. I want you to bring the RV around. I'm going to be walking up, maybe running. When you see me coming... Actually, this might not be over. I'll call you back.
Hello, French Gymnast with Trevor Immelman. What a tournament we have in store.
This game takes and it takes. The game's finally giving me something back.
I'm used to it. People liking me just for golf, same as Dad.
You are my friend, and that's got nothing to do with how well you swing a golf club. I care about you more.
About now, the Funk Soul Brother. Check it out now, the Funk Soul Brother. Right about now, the Funk Soul Brother. Right about now, about now, about now, about now.
And right about now, we get that green flag. Green all. We again for the stage 3. On again, one more time. Dylan Banks getting some good on third. Chris Carroll snagged that second position away from Jamie Horn. Does so on the outside. Jamie Horn going to ride into that third and line it up with Scotty Stevens down with that fourth position. Bubbles in 7 is in that fifth position. Steve Johnson finding his way back after some wicked just yard out of Florida. To Tokyo Jim slide, to save, to everything. He did a great job. He's going to remain, and obviously they'll be fighting for it once again. You guys can make some changes on their cars and see if they can tune it back up as we got the 02 trying to tune it up as he tried to move himself up positions here on Jamie Horn in 98. And this is going to be the longest stage of tonight's race here for Front Row Esports at Nashville. So tire management is going to be crucial, especially on this concrete surface, just grading these tires away. As we are looking at that 8th, 9th positions here, Tanner Moore, Garrett Wiles, all these guys kind of trailing right at the moment, but the fight is underway for that 3rd and 4th positions. 02's of Stevens working the outside line, going to have the momentum out, but what's that going to do to his tire temps and wear as this run, continues on. Still side-by-side battle. Drivers behind him, I know, are trying to be patient. Same with Steve Johnson. Steve Johnson now under attack by Raymond Hardina trying to make his fight back and his presence known again in this top 5. 87 may have made some adjustments to his car and it's looking pretty spicy, but everything looks pretty sporty here in the beginning of the stage. How it rolls around at the end. Chris Carroll's going to roll around the 48 and take over the race lead once again. Let's see if he can hold on to this race lead this time and the race control. So that's going to move Banks back to 2nd position. Scotty Stevens and the 98 of Horn are, oh my gosh, 98 goes to the 02. 02 is going to go sideways. And he is stopped at the high of the track. Back underway. Oh, what a big hit there. The 98 gives him the chrome bumper. Right? Little chrome horn, I mean. Here he is right here. Shooting it in. Beak. Oh, sideways. Oh my gosh, what a miss by the field. Life flashed before their very eyes. We got to watch that one from Johnson here on the nose of the car. Whoa! Oh, man. All right, we're back live, and Chris Carroll's leading the way. Banks now following in that 2nd position. Johnson now riding in that 3rd. Okay, let's see if he's going to put some pressure on Banks and try to get him a little bit further back in the field. Dump some of that nasty air on this 48's face here and see if he can upset that car, because he's been running that clean air this whole time. So, his program's dialed right now. You need to upset that program, and Johnson is doing everything he can to do so. Really laying on the gas and throttle, trying to get himself some positions, get himself some time up on this 48. 48's been the class of the field, and they're trying to combat that. We got Hardina sideways maybe with the 4 car next to him. Let's see him, just saw a blink, but I thought he may have got loose. Here comes treacherous turn number 4. Ugh, guy's still struggling right there. You see him just walking that car out. Are you gonna hold or no? Zimmerman, all right, just as I was talking a little bit of smack on him about running toward the back, now he's moved himself into that top 10, see if he can hold on there. That's same with 926 Garrett Wiles and Carl Lindstrom now in 10th positions along with Larry Bell. So these guys could be doing some tire management programs back there to see if it's going to pay off, but these guys up front look like they're holding nothing back, and let it go. Let it read. Side by side, Raymond Hardina outside. The one's just kind of right in the middle right now, kind of blocking both lanes. I like where his head's at. Try to keep that run behind him. He does. 87 going to rocket it around the outside. 27 above is going to let him have it. Oh, backs off early. Four goes right up on his bumper. Here comes Raymond Hardina, just diving to the bottom now. He's gonna slam it around the one. That's gonna upset the one. One's gonna get out of the throttle. He's gonna roar up tremendously. He's gonna go back 3 positions. That Steve Johnson is, and Santa Maria gets underneath him as well. They're rotating through the centers of 1 and 2, trying to get that exit out, get that power down. 4's gonna go side by side drag race down this backstretch right here, as they're still gonna go door to door into 3. 9 to Jamie Horn, just kind of sitting back and watching all of this stuff unfold as we take a ride along with the 98 of Jamie Horn. Jamie Horn getting a good bite off the bottom, coming out of 4. One car is going to be a little high and dry, and he's going to follow the 87 of Raymond Hardina into the bottom here. One's going to work down midline, and see if he can try to get that ponies to hook up on the exit. Does so, but not enough. But the 87 is going to go ahead and clear, and Chris Carroll still leading the way. But we got things. Here comes Raymond Ardina on the bumper of the 48. 48 is going to let him kind of ride the outside. He's going to take this momentum down this flyover right here. Get past, clears him, goes into second position here. And does, clears. Let's see if he can go after the race lead. And what Raymond Ardina, maybe he's burning up some tires now, part of his strategy, or did he make a tremendous adjustment on this car through the book at it, and the kitchen sink, and got this car to hook up, because right now he's got it hooked up and it seems like it's going places. Banks is kind of holding strong, let the race unfold around him. Bubbles is just trying to fend off the 4-car Tanner Marr now. As you see, the entries are different per driver and setup. Some guys have a little longer entry and some guys have a little shorter entry, and they're going to get off the gas a little bit sooner, which we've seen kind of happen there with the 02 and the 98. 98 now getting back racy again, as he's going to go to the door of the one car now under attack by the 98 Cruiser. It's on the front just barely, ever so slightly. The track temperature looks like it's going to be cooling because we got some cloud cover rolling in, so see if it's going to pick up the grip. And while we're talking about the weather, let's grab a gander at the track temps. Track temps going to be at your very bottom, 92 degrees. So we still got some heat in the track right now. Going to cause these guys to skate around still. But the 82 degrees, so the track temps is cooling off, giving these guys a little more grip. So hopefully it can help them out of exit, but again, it can also hurt them too. Side-by-side battle remains in effect between the 1 and the 27. 27 of Bubbles working that bottom, trying to make some ground. Doesn't quite get it though. Everyone's single file out. Chris Carroll, still your race leader. So now stretching it out away from Raymond Ardina. Ardina is trying to hold strong in that second position. 48 of Banks and Johnson with Tanner Marr rounding out your top 5. We are going to see a pit stop in this stage, of course, for fuel and tires. So will it be a green flag or will it be under caution? Thus far, the way these boys are up on top of the wheels, I think it's going to be under green. So that's going to open up a whole new bag of strategies to pit early or pit late. And then, of course, you're on and off pit exits. It's not easy. Not easy at all. Trying to blow and slow these cars up on some old nasty-ass tires at speed. And bring them onto a flat apron. So, yeah. Lots of problems still left yet to be dealt with here in tonight's race. Carroll leading the way though. Raymond Ardina in second position. Banks holding on to that third spot, and Johnson in fourth position along with Marr. But we'll see Bell and Zimmerman, Zimmy. These guys might be looking a little sporty, but right in front of them, that's who's looking sporty. Here goes 98 of Jamie Horn. Throws that joker in there, clears at 27 with ease, and he's going to continue forward. We've seen that hot rod of Jamie Horn turn some heads as he was on the bumper of the race leader. Let's see if he can get this 98 back up there one more time. Now, the 27 and 28 may tango. Yes, they are. We're going to go side by side, I believe. No, the 28's going to lag off there ever so slightly. 27's going to get that dig out. And we got cars hitting some fence on the way out there. Tom's still in this thing. Wesley Krupp fighting Larry Bell. And now 926 Carol's go to Larry Bell, opens door for Carl Lindstrom, who's in 11th position at the moment, trying to get it back inside that top 10. Oh, Raymond Ardina must have got mad loose here. Wicked, because he lost himself that second position. And a hurry. Oh my gosh, the one gets. Here we go. Oh wow! I don't know what happened there, but that was to that. So. Oh, he's loose. Mad loose off there too. Yeah, he had no power down. Oh. Johnson just gave him a bumper, or they're going for the same line. Or both. Well, I mean, obviously he gave him a bumper. But that right there has jammed up this pack here as the 87 is still falling back as the rest of the cars are cleared. So Raymond Hardina went from 2nd to 11th. Ouch. And then heated up those tires, got himself loose, and then the one car just kind of finished him off. Marr trying to take that 5th place away from Bubbles. Not yet. Not yet. But he's going to continue to try. 27 of Bubbles. Gets rotation through the center nicely. Clears the 4. That's how you want to do it. Do them passes just like that. See, 4 car sends in a little bit deeper than the 27. You see how the 27 backed up to his bumper, but that's going to allow him to get back into that power and, you know, hopefully get more straightaway speed and pull on it like you're looking for. This seems to be the battle on track. Is right here with the 4, the 926, the 43, the 83, and the 77 of Jones, who is locked down. Maybe first car lap down, not sure. Yes, he is. So I guess he will be first car lap down. Was that 32? That it was. Cutting some grass one more time. Oh, hook off 4. 4 bites again. Slowly brings it back on track. Carroll's still leading the way though. Oh. There we go. Sorry, let me try to get back live again. There we go. All right. Yeah, Carroll's still in the way. Banks tracking. Johnson. And now Jamie Horn. Jamie Horn, man, he's got himself a freaking hot rod, dude. He came, you know, he was middle of the field-ish, and now has been able to drive back up into the top 5, maybe the top 3. He's got himself a good car underneath him right now, and he's managing his rubber properly at this concrete track. Because he's gaining on, and that's the other thing you have to be leery of is, you know, yes, you have to go faster than the leaders to gain on them. So, I mean, could it be heating up the tires too much on this run? He's going to take this position away from the one. One's going to let him have it. He's going to rotate right behind them. Hopefully they don't lose a lot of time on that race leader. Now he's going to run behind the 98. He knows that 98 is pretty fast. Johnson seems to be pushing a little out of 2 and snapping loose out of 4. So let's see if that trend continues for that one car as Jamie Horn powers by him and gets himself into that certain position. Carroll trying to hold off Banks, and this is for the cookies, right? The cookies, and he's fighting his car, not as much as he was in the previous stages, but still doesn't quite have all the car that he needs to get up there and challenge those race leaders. 27 of Bubbles has fallen off. See if that maybe just working some tire wear, you know, strategies on his tire management. Other guys will fall off to a certain pace and whatever they need to do. Bell, same thing. Lindstrom, 9th position, rounding your top 10. Wesley Crump, kind of chilling his own little bubble back here. Quiet race for him, but productive. Carroll still leading the way and looking to see what our fuel run is going to be. So if we pitted on lap 90, few laps for your caution, or whatnot. So you're going to be looking around 30 laps thus far. And actually, we can even do something else while I do that. So let's put it on a most exciting so we don't miss anything. Hopefully it'll bring us right to it. And so we'll bring up our pit strategies as we have. It's like Tom is bringing in the pits. The first one, probably unscheduled stop here for Tom, was fighting that car pretty hard. Ooh, Kyle Lemon off track and came back on. Slick on this one. Possible. Oh, let me guess. Off from 2. Oh, come here. Dang it. Sorry, everyone, you're on. There we go. Whoa! Oh, man. That was a hard lick to the fence right there. Hood pop up, all kinds. That may be toast with the most for Kyle Lemon. Man. Yeah, bringing in the pits. Wow. All right. Oh, yeah. So what I was doing. I'm like, what was I doing? Oh, yeah. We're looking at pit strategy. Sit length. There we go. Okay. All right. So we're looking at 37 laps now. And so we were thinking, let's cross-reference that with our stage, or with our format. There we go. So 60 to 65 is what I was stating. I don't know. I might be close. We'll see. But that is your fuel allowance, 4 tires for tonight's race with the set that they started it with. So 5 total. 1 fast per open setups. And for our stages, in case you're a little late to the party, I don't have it here anyways, so whatever. But here's your points for the 2025 season thus far. Quick little glance at your race leaders and where they stand, and cross-reference that with the tower on the left-hand side. Kind of gives you a feel for where your driver's running. So far, Carroll's holding himself a good gap on Banks right now. And these guys are spread out pretty evenly. So my guess is, by watching that, is stated that they're working a time per lap they're trying to get to, trying to nail. Stay as close as you can to it. That means don't go too fast, don't go too slow. Be right there, on the money. Got Matt Mettler and Raymond Hardina going to go side by side. So there's a look as if Matt Mettler got himself back on the lead lap. And is now doing himself some fight for his positions. Same here, Larry Bell and Carl Lindstrom. Carl Lindstrom on the bottom here. 43, looking, fighting. Again, sideways right here. Oh, we got a little softer. No, he didn't. He was fine. So we have a couple of different battles happening at the same time. So Matt Mettler and Raymond Hardina still under that tango effect. 47 trying to clear. Just can't get him clear as of the 11/79. Ooh, there he goes. Loose off. Now he gets cleared. Carroll. Lot of traffic getting past him. That's going to be the 0-2 of Scotty Stevens. Going to go lap down. And Banks does gain, and so does Jamie Horn. Both these guys do gain on that exchange. Oh no, sorry, doesn't gain. 98 does not gain, but the 48 of Banks did gain ever so slightly on the 18. That's going to put him back in that draft. We've got Wesley Crump bringing it into pit road. So he will be one of the first guys pulling the trigger on the lead lap. Oh, and just as we have a caution. That's going to be 98 of Horn. What? We were just on him. Okay, we're going to slow this down. The 02 of Scotty Stevens, lap down car, 98 of Horn, is in third position. Really hope this doesn't have anything to do with the lap downer, but it's possible. 98's going to bring it out pretty high. The 02 was oh, God, he just brings it out into the 02. 02 was doing his job, working it outside line, and the 98 just self-cleared, thinking that he was going to have the momentum to pass him. Just drives right in to that fender, that left front fender and left side of the car, takes himself out of the race. How terrible of a feeling that must be. Lap car takes the high line, staying out the way. He can't go up any higher. And then the 98 just whips it out, thinking he was going to be clear. I don't know. Oh, man. Caution out. That's going to bring everybody into pit road, of course. Chris Carroll still leading the way. All right, so we're going to take ourselves a quick break. I know these guys can get some Four Fresh Feel Goods, kind of spin this thing around and see where they all land. Stick with us. Be back here in just one moment.
Wow, folks, we all know the story. 4 brave astronauts head up into space and come back forever changed.
This car?
Our city, our planet, owe a debt to these intrepid souls. And while we can never repay them, we can certainly celebrate them.
Thank you, Fantastic Four. Thank you.
Thank you, Fantastic Four.
Please welcome the Fantastic Four.
Herbie, how's that sauce looking? Okay. That is fantastic.
You're late.
What do you mean?
What do you mean, what do I mean? You're late for dinner.
Yes, we are.
You're late?
I just said that.
Are you pregnant?
What? You're gonna be the best mom in the world. And you are gonna be the best dad. Just kidding. You are out of your depth. We are gonna be the best uncles ever.
We can do this. Nothing's going to change.
Are you the protectors of this world?
Yes, we are.
Your planet is now marked for death.
It's my fault. I stretched the bounds of space. And they hurt.
Are we safe?
I don't know. There's not enough time.
I'm not giving up. We will face this together. We will fight it together. As a family. Has to be us.
We will protect you.
Well, it looks like my break ran a little bit longer than it's supposed to. And Steve Johnson back out in front. We know he's going to give me an earful for that one. He's like, right when I get to the front, so bring it back now. We did. We're back now, everyone. So welcome back to Front Row Esports in their Stage 3 final run of tonight's race. Steve Johnson leading the way, Dylan Banks in the 48. We had a caution under that went down here, and now some strategies. Everyone's going to get the 4 fresh tires. They're going to send it. Everyone's going to send it big. As we got everyone might be able to make it. I'm not sure. So, whatever. We're going to go get some right now, and hopefully we can send her to the end. Johnson trying to stretch this lead out. Banks is backing it off. Now Brian Zimmerman into that 3rd position. We got a flip switch of the script. Brian Zimmerman in the 28, 27 in Bubbles finals lead back on the run. 19-6, same thing. But now Larry Bell in the 43. He's finding himself some light and some glory in this run into that 6th position. Carl Lindstrom, Raymond Hardina going to go fight back out again. And Chris Carroll, he's really the biggest loser. Our race leader is now back in 9th position after this big old squabble. And Matt Jones back on the race lead, or on the lead lap, and in that top 10. So he has a good chance to make himself a good finish in tonight's race. Jones working the bottom line right now. He's got himself a heap of trouble. He's surrounded by it. Raymond Hardina, Carl Lindstrom. Got some guys in the fight still. That Scotty Stevens. Some cars that are mixed up into the field. Oh, here comes Jamie Horn. He must have had some kind of penalty of some sort, or because now he's going to go a lap down and going to bring this car right behind the race leaders and into the field. Wow. Unfortunate business happening for the 98's camp there. He had such an awesome hot rod and just didn't quite clear that the 02 of Scotty Stevens lap down car, and has found himself in quite the predicament. Speaking of predicaments, 83 trying to march his way back forward again. Started up in that 3rd, 4th position, and is now in 7th, but trying to make some magic happening and climb that thing back up in the top 5. But he has gotten them stage points and all that. So always, sorry, just checking everything. My bad. Okay, so right now everyone's settling in. Now here's where the talent's going to come into play. Ooh, 28, Zimmy getting past Dylan Banks in the 48. Does it with the swiftness. All right, maybe you need to go over there too swift and show him how to drive. 48 may answer back. He does not. He's going to work that bottom line and do it ever so ginger-like. Running his program, wants to be there at the end. 27 of Bubbles trying to gain in on that 48. 42. Better late than never, right? But he is lapped down, and he is fighting amongst the leaders at the moment. So 42, lapped down and fighting up amongst the top 5. Trying to get some laps back to Hardway. Stay in front of the lap downer cars, the lappers. So if the caution does come back out, he may have a chance to get back into this thing. But as time ticks on, those chances become slimmer and slimmer. Ooh, Banks let a little go in his blinker fluid there, as that's always a scary moment. Tracking. Oh, Garrett's gonna have to be really patient with this with the 42, and so is the 43. Knowing that he's not in position, but he can definitely take you out of position. Absolutely. So we'll see as the 42 starts to back up, or if he does, what is that gonna cause as stall up point in the field's energy and trajectory. And who's going to get whose frustrations are going to run out first, or patience, I mean, or that too. right now everyone's holding a good line, good program. Johnson leading the way. And let's see if we can back up to that moment and that green flag start. All right, so this may count. Ooh, is that me? Maybe me. So good jump here. Looking at Steve Johnson right on board with Johnson. Gets a great start here behind the 18. Jumps to the outside with momentum. Rockets down the backstretch. Drag race with the 18. He's going to have support with the 48. Take that midline right there and just run away with it. Does so. Gets that clean air. Puts the stall up on the 18. Look at the 18. So he goes from first to last in a matter of moments, or almost. So he got stalled up bad there. It's almost like he's on old tires. It looks like weird. Huh. So Johnson's gone. And yeah. There, that was your pass for the race lead. As Brian Zimmerman and Banks have fallen, I don't know if they've fallen off the pace or if this is strategy here, because Johnson's checked out almost 2 seconds. Zimmerman's starting to gap even more on the 48 of Banks, and Bubbles is bringing in reinforcements right now with Garrett Wiles and Larry Bell going to go side by side for position. Get it! 43, getting the dig, but doesn't get enough. Can't get that power to hook up, coming out of Ford. Boys having a real hard time with that this evening. Suns come back out the racetrack. Ooh, contact between the 42 and 90. So both these guys are fighting for position. The 90 and the 42, and ouch. The 83 of Carl Lindstrom is just kind of stuck in the middle, which this is where you don't want to be, in the middle of a fight between top cars who are both fighting for position as well. As we come lurch forward here, as we see the 43 trying to make the moves on that 926. See him stretched high and pushed. 1 and 2, gets back down to the bottom at 1 and 3. Get the momentum built back up again. It's impressive to see how long it takes to build that momentum up at this track. Once you get stalled up, we've seen a lap and a half, 2 laps before a car is back up to its speed and start picking up positions again. So I'm thinking a critical thing here is keeping that car going in the right direction. Keeping that grip, even if it's you think that you're not applying enough power coming out, maybe that's the trick. Is not to. Don't slip them tires and get all that power that to the ground that you're getting. You're losing a lot more by slipping them tires. 28 starting to work a little higher line than the 48. Let's see if that's going to play to the 48's dividends here and get him back in that second position to start reeling down that race later. Bubbles is now looking to have his hands full with that 926 Garrett Wiles. Garrett Wiles was our last year's race winner, and and Dylan Banks did place in that second position. Banks now surging forward, getting past the 28 of Zimmerman. Does so. Zimmerman's going to race like, let him clear. That way he doesn't lose much, and you see he doesn't. Jumps right back to that bumper and knows that Bubbles and Wiles right there, and they're drawing in. Same thing with Larry Bell. He's about going to have to fight 3 cars as opposed to just 1. So hence why he was letting that 48 get by. He knows he's fast and get by pretty quickly, so that way he doesn't lose a lot of time and momentum. And so he doesn't just instantly drop 4 or 5 positions and pull like a Chris Carroll, who went from first to, well, I don't know, but I think he's on some old tire or something. Something happened there, because he was way off pace, too much off pace for him not to have the new tune from a good stop. Single file out here. But 43 is putting the pressure on that 926 to see if he can get by him. Getting tire management. And will we be seeing, and when will we be seeing, or if we will we be, actually, will there be any more pit stops? Do these guys have enough to get to the end? Could there be a savings in nature? Actually, let's look up that pit overlay one more time. So 25 laps out there on track thus far. And we'll see if they got enough to make it to the end. I don't know. If they do, it's going to be close. And it may come down to one of those fuel econ races that we've seen last year. It's weird on how those race strategies will land or will form due to the way that the cautions will land, or if there will be any cautions land. Right now, single file run, and all drivers getting it done. Possible. So, Raymond Ardina clears the 83. 02 is Stevens. Lap down, but staying in it. We should. I mean, he's 13th position, lap down. So, you get a decent run if you just finish this thing off. It's called attrition. And attrition's a little high. Not terribly, but. And if we lose more than 3 cars, I consider attrition pretty high. But Jones, though, let's dial back a little bit on Jones. Old Matt Jones in the 77, 9th position. Went a lap down, stayed in the fight, kept swinging, and now is inside that top 10, looking to have himself a decent finish, and has got points throughout each and every stage. So great run for him. 98. He's not letting go, but he is locked down. He's got a fast car. So he's hoping for some maybe late cautions to come out, and for him to capitalize on those cautions, maybe getting them back into this thing. Looks like Carroll's out of it as well. So yeah, they're dropping like flies now. Banks starting to reel in that race leader. He was almost 2 seconds up. Oh, it still is, ish. He's starting to roll in. Tires are going to start giving up. But Johnson, in his defense and fight here, this is the first time he's had clean air all night. So this may be what the doctor ordered for his car, with some clean air. Let this thing sail. Let her eat. Let her get out here. Get that clean air. Don't have to fight around everybody and anyone. And it's paying off. It really is. So that quick move of him getting to the outside of the 48 or the 18 and clearing the 48, getting and leaving these guys behind, is really doing what he was hoping he would do, which is getting that clean air and the abilities to set a decent race pace. So more or less it's going to be, can we make it to the end? And if we can't, will it be a splash and go, no tires, 2-tire stop, something of that nature? Someone try to dip in early. So there's a lot of different strategies to be had. Still left yet in tonight's race. All right, well, we're going to take ourselves a quick break. Be back here in just a moment for the conclusion of tonight's race. Stick with us.
Miles per hour, last seen heading northbound.
Unit 12, acknowledging dispatch. Already in pursuit.
I'm looking for something. Something I do not understand. Ready? Because there's no going back.
There's something wrong.
The Avengers are not coming. Who will keep people safe?
Yes! Yeah! All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and of course, you race fans. Yes, you all have different grade, no worries. You got Chris Paul Hamus here in the booth with Front Row Esports and their quest for the 2025 Cup underway and almost finished. 24 laps left remaining in tonight's race here at Nashville Super Speedway. We do have Dylan Banks now leading the way. Must have caught O. Johnson by then, and he does. He passed it, so let's look over that pass for the race lead. The guy, he's trying to go for the sweep. And here we go, pass for the race lead. Gets to his outside. So gains on him real quick over the last, just 2 minutes. Takes some momentum. He's gonna clear up. Yeah, buddy, clear up. And gone. Cake here. Cake is baking right now as he is starting to stretch out that race lead. Bubbles now taking over that second position, gets past Steve Johnson. Big fight happening here. Johnson may have kicked off the tires a little early. But will Bubbles have enough to take down the infamous 48, Dylan Banks? Okay, Keeter, man, he's on a drive. He's on a mission. This guy just wants to win, and he is. He's doing so. Winning an impressive amount of races here. But I did realize that we are minus a couple drivers tonight, so hoping to see them make their way back to the track and give old Bankers here another run for his money. But right now, Bubbles is up and at him, and is he up to the task? As we have 20 laps left remaining, a lot can happen with the tire run in 20 laps. Well, obviously we see Johnson backing up, so he's falling off pace. Bubbles is trying to pick up the pace, get to Banks, and have something left for him when he gets there. Right now, Banks is in that primo sweet spot. P1 clean air and just hopefully he has enough fuel and everything to make it. Which I think we would see different, strategies maybe start to unfold here if these guys couldn't make it on fuel. They'd be backing up that pace. You'd see some more lead changes, I think, in that matter. Jones still holding on to his ninth. Mettler now up 11 positions, 10th spot. We were just talking about him being lapped down, and he gets his lap back. Same thing with Jones. These two cats are making the best of their race tonight. 9th and 10th positions, and these guys were both just a lap down in stage 2. Hunter Bogdan, Sam holding on, and then Scotty Stevens fought himself. He had himself a good fight tonight. He really did, but just found him on the wrong end of the stick, and he's back in that 12th position, and looking to finish this thing off respectively. Send Kyle Woman, Jamie Horn's out, Chris Carroll. Yeah, all those guys are out. We'll go over that here in a minute. Right now we got Bankers leading the way. Bubbles trying to catch up. Johnson trying to stay in tow. And then, of course, then there's just Garrett. And, Garrett looked like he's just trying to hold on. Hold on to his out. He does, man. He was a little wicked out of that, too, there. Ziggy, top 5. Good run for him. Great job, buddy. Larry Bell, 43. Ow! As I say that, slap to the fence. What'd you do to you, Zimmy? Come on. I mean, she's just standing there. It's just a wall. You know what happens when you talk to a wall, right? Well, you don't get the response you're looking for, I know that. Ooh, 83. Sideways. These guys are fighting that handling now. Now it's just going to be bringing it home. Give me that top 10. Let's go. Let's finish this thing up. They are, dude. I mean, what a great run by Front Row Esports. No joke. These guys have put on a really impressive run tonight with basically one caution or so in the beginning. Or 2 cautions. 2 cautions. Yeah, that's right. 98 and 02. Oh, what a bummer. Well, we do have a moment. Let's look over the Cup schedule on what's up next. All right, scanning on down. Okay, so we did have to flip up our All-Star and our Charlotte, so those are going to be a little delayed. That's going to be down June 13th, so they already raced Charlotte. I was actually sick, unfortunately, so I missed that race. But we are at Nashville now, May 30th. Michigan will be next. Then June 13th, sorry to flip it up on you, it will be the All-Star race. We got a really awesome thing program for you. Then Pocono, and that brings us to our mid-season break. 13 laps left remaining in tonight's race. Got Chris Paul Hamus here, your lunatic in the booth. I'd like to thank all of our sponsors for keeping the lights on and the flags being thrown in this 2025 season. And of course, we have Moza Racing, Track Racer, W Energy Drink, Raptor Race Graphics, and of course, all this brought to you by the Starlink. So seriously, if you guys are hurting on the internet or something like that, look them up. The speeds are impressive. The quality is impressive. I've never talked to a representative ever, and I've had them since day one, and they just keep getting better and better and better. So look them up. I'm trying to save you some money on some Moza Tech too. Look for that link down below. We have links in our descriptions. So save yourself some money. Don't spend more than you have to. All right? Banks still leading the way. Bubbles now falling off. Johnson staying in tow. Garrett Wiles is probably going to be, unless something tremendously crazy happens, this is probably going to be how the running order is going to end up. 10 laps left remaining. Again, there's a lot of race still left to be had on handling wise. We got Wesley Crump, look like he's going to bring it in. He can't make it. So if this is a fuel and go or some tires, well, let's watch Crump here as he's going to. So he's out of fuel. It looks like he's wobbling it back and forth. So it could be a splash and go. No, you're taking the tires. So 2 tire. 4-tire stop. Okay, so 4-tire stop for him. I don't know if that's for Wesley Crump in the 90. If that's scheduled or not, if these guys can make it all the way. I'm thinking they can. Got 9 laps left remaining. Well, actually, we can do the math here as we put on most exciting, just to make sure we're not going to miss anything. And look at the stint like one more time. So the longest run that we have done, 60 laps. Okay, so we have 9 laps, so it'll be 60. So this may be the longest run of tonight. So yeah, we could possibly be close on fuel. Possibly close on fuel. And, you know, again, that's another reason why tires is going to be a factor, maybe fuel. But it just seemed like everyone's running pretty fast paces right now. We've got a possible fight underway for that 5th position. Yes, we do. Carl Lindstrom going for that P5 on Brian Zimmerman in the 28. 28's going to go high to the outside, but this is going to be, this is the important part, getting that power down on exit. You see him wiggle a little bit, does get cleared efficiently here, and now he's able to run the line that he wants to run and, you know, clear himself out of 4. We'll move Carl up. P5. Awesome run. Let's see if we can track down Garrett Wiles going into 1 right now. So he's got himself quite the hump to get there. But Banks, he's checking out. Yep, sure is. See him gaining more and more on bubbles in that 2nd position. Johnson's going to hold that 3rd spot. Garrett 4th and 5th. So as they run right now, 5 laps left remaining. Dylan Banks leading the way. So he is stage 1, 2, and he is going for the sweep. Bust out the blower, right? That high-powered blower off that one commercial. I love that commercial. It's such a good commercial. Right, blew the competition away. Blew him into the fence. Blew him into a wreck. I mean, dang. Banks is hauling it though right now. Great job. 4 laps left. Jones and Bell. Battle. Jones around the outside. Gets that 7th position. And does he have time for more? No, he does not. But he does get that. Good job. Bell, hold on to that top 10. Raymond Ardina. This guy was sideways in across the grass twice. And 9th. Good job, my man. Heck yeah. That's holding strong and never giving up. Same with Matt Metler, Hunter Bogdan, Scotty Stevens, 12th position now. Wesley Crump, 13th. You see, he was just on pit road. 14th, Kyle Wellman. And then, of course, the rest of the boys are out. So 14 out of 23. That's a pretty big swing. Almost, 9 cars out of tonight's race. It's a treacherous track. Lots of speed, not a lot of grip. As we've seen, that 4 has just been claiming all kinds of cars tonight, I guarantee you. 2 laps left remaining, coming into 1 to go. Okay, Keeter. Cross the line one more time. Appreciate you. Eat it. Good shift. Good downshift. .48. One more time down the backstretch. Hauling the mail. Bubba's playing FedEx, catching up. And Johnson. So here comes Mr. Banks, cross the line, taking a checkered flag. Dylan Banks, cake eater, got his cake, and he gets to eat it too. Right. bring up some fun stuff and roll up the official results. There's your race winner. Awesome. Flying all by. Great run from Dylan Banks. Got 27 of Bubbles. Hunter Lagunas bringing it home in second position. And Steve Johnson into the 1. Got your third spot. But all eyes going back to Dylan Banks in the 48. He's going to burn him down one more time. I think it's like his 4th win this season. Guy's on fire once again. Your 2024 champ going for a repeat and a defend of his title. And he's doing it in pretty prompt fashion. Bam, 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 bam. Yeah. Burn it down, son. Burn it down. It's like, I am, dude. I am. Beautiful. That's a rip nasty if I've ever seen it. Nice. Good run for the 48 as he parks over there on the start-finish line. Dylan Banks, 48, gets your race win. Second position going to go to Bubbles, a.k.a. Hunter Lagunas in the 27. We got Steve Johnson in the 1 car, and he is finished up in that third position. Fourth going to go to the 926 Garrett Wiles. Fifth position, round your top 5, will be Carl Lindstrom in the 83. Sixth position, the 28 of Brian Zimmerman. Seventh, going to be the 77 of Matt Jones. That's 3 of a kind. Go get yourself a lottery ticket there, my man, as he finished up in that 7th spot. Eighth's going to go to 43 of Larry Bell. Good job on that top 10. Ninth, going to round it. Going to get that 87. Raymond Hardina, roller coaster ride. If Brett brings it home decent. Round out your top 10. It's going to be Matt Mettler showing why you never give up. 79, bringing home top 10. Hunter Bogdan in that 11th position. Scotty Stevens in the 02 is in that 12th position. 90 of Wesley Crump, 13th position. Kyle Wellman, 14th position. Jamie Horn had himself a hot rod. And then 98, 15th. Same thing with the 18 of Chris Carroll, 16th position. Chummy Miller in the 8 car, 17th position. Tom Freitas in the 32. That'll be 18th, sorry. 19th is Tanner Marr in the 4 car. Thomas Stevens, 23. 20th, Ronnie Morrison in the 69er. 21st, and rounding out your field for the 22nd position is going to be 00 Donuts of Michael Reeves. But your race winner, Dylan Banks. All right, let's hop on over to our post-race show and get ourselves a winner. Hey, there it is. Cool. Ish, I think. All right, 1 second, everybody. Be right with you. That is kind of cool, actually, now that I look at it. But let me round around some things. Oh, there we go. Perfect. And see if we can get ourselves race winner. Just one moment. I got a lot of stuff I gotta mess around with here real quick. Get our background going, you know, shoot. All right, there we go. All right, squared away Banks there. And cool. Looks like we have our boys over. We got Dylan Banks. There he is. We'll pop up his screen and see if we can get something special over here. In just one moment. As I'm just, there it is. And not yet. 1 second. As I am not sure. Oh, that's why. I think. Of course, more issues to be had. But just give me a second. Sorry about all the dramas and all that. I'm trying to get you up here, buddy. I see you. And for some reason, my cameras are not popping up for stupid Discord. Nope, still not popping up. What is going on with this stupid thing? It drives me crazy sometimes, you know? Nope, still nothing. Alright. Still. I don't know what is up. Hold on, give me a second here. I'm sorry for all the delay. It'd be nice if someone else running this crap for me. Ah, there it goes. Finally. Jesus. You know, I mean, seriously. Le Conte Patio Shadio. Something in Italian. Well, anyways. Yep. Another one bites the dust. Now we finally got you. Mr. Banks. You got Chris Paul Hamas here to boot. You got a copy.
Here, dude, buddy.
Cake eater!
Ate some cake tonight.
Yeah, you did. You got your cake and eat it too, my man. You got a nice sweep going on. How was your race? Tire management seemed to be crucial. All of that.
Absolutely. It was a blast. This is what we strive for here at this league. Green flag runs. And I think we had plenty of those tonight. We had a couple cautions, but overall, I mean, it's something to be proud of with this league, and we're heading in the right direction. Started off the year a little, you know how it goes. You get them super speedway racetracks and a couple short tracks and road courses. It's crazy at the beginning of the year, but I mean, this whole league has improved day by day. I mean, to go green, starting off with 100, well, I think it was close to 100-degree track temp, and to have those long green flag runs, it's awesome. It's a blast, and that's what we all look for here. I know Steven does, and I know Lagunas does. Anytime we can get a long green flag run, it's fun. It really is. Also, tire management, it was big tonight. As hot as the track was, you slide the rears one time, you might as well go and call it wraps. So just trying to be consistent every lap, do the same thing every lap, and keep the tires from under me and keep them from slipping and sliding all over the place. I think that's crucial.
Yeah, but okay, well, how about turn 4? Turn 4 exit, right? That was causing lots of havoc out there on track tonight. Please explain. I mean, how were you did you have to throw a little adjustment at your car? Was it maybe something that you were able to change in your line? What was causing so much havoc out of turn 4 tonight?
Definitely the bump. Definitely the bump.
Okay.
There's a big bump down there on the bottom in the middle of 3 and 4. You hit it just right with too much wheel or too much throttle into it, it'll send you packing. Yeah, I mean, that bump in 3 and 4 it's big. But you hit it just wrong, and it'll end your race. So I think a lot of guys were just too hard on the throttle and had too much wheel into it. It cost them. I think that was probably most of the wrecks tonight was probably 3 and 4, probably the bump.
Yeah.
But yeah, in the middle of 3 and 4 on the bottom lane is a bump. I think it's 1 or 2 bumps down there consecutively. That's like doo-doo. So if you hit it just wrong, it'll ruin your night for sure. But we did some tire pressure adjustments. Started off a little too loose. And then after that, it felt fantastic the rest of the night.
Man, it looked like it too. That car looked like it was set on rails, man, and you had all kinds of power underneath that Chevy because you were able to manage your gap, stay where you needed to stay. Didn't seem like aero was too much of a hindrance on that car tonight, and you were able to style that thing back and forth through the field as you needed and keep right there primed to sweep the stage, to sweep the race tonight, man. Congratulations on that, dude. What a strong performance.
Thank you, buddy. Yeah, it was a blast tonight. Very proud of this league. We went green for a lot of laps, so big shout out to all the guys in this league. It's fun.
Yeah. Well, great run for you. Great run for all the guys out there. You're right, 100%, dude. But man, congratulations to you. I see possible 2025 championship coming your way. So, no, huh? keep this up.
I mean, anything can happen, man. All it takes is one bad race in the playoffs, and it could cost you. So just being consistent, that's the key. It's huge. Consistency is big. You want to go in every race. You might not win every race, but you can go in there and try to maximize your day, every day. And that's the goal for me. Just trying to be consistent and obviously winning. That's great, but even if we don't win, just maximizing and getting as many points as we can all season long.
Yeah,
but I'd like to. Can I give my shout outs too, by the way?
By all means.
Yeah, I gotta give a big shout out to you up in the booth, man. Do a fantastic job. The intro was clean. It was good. I seen it. It was very good.
Yeah, but sound was messed up though. My mic wasn't. So I mean, right when I was on spot, like hitting everything, you know, I was like, dude,
it was. But the intro still was. It was good. I enjoyed that. Can't wait to go back and watch. I have a big shout out to a bunch of my family members that were watching this race. Julie, my grandma, mom and dad, and a couple of my brothers. Big shout out to y'all. Love y'all. Got this win for y'all. I want to give a big shout out to all my teammates at Bowtie Bandits, Lagunas, Tom, Garrett, Ronnie, Raymond, Chris Carroll, all the guys at Bowtie Bandits. We couldn't do it without them. And a big shout out to Ryko GG, Ryko Performance, Ken Byron and all the guys at Ryko. They do a fantastic job week in and week out getting these ripper setups. I don't think it was the driver behind the wheel tonight. I think the setup was just absolutely ripping. So they do a fantastic job week in and week out. I cannot give them enough gratitude for all the work they put in each week. And big shout out to all the viewers out there, and a big shout out to Tom for putting on the league and all the guys that ran tonight. It was a freaking blast.
Nice. Well, congratulations to you. Well spoken, well said. And on the next trophy, we're gonna have to say powered by Ryko. But we got two of yours right here, ready to go, and I got the other one already about done too. So you got them stacking up right now. So I can't wait to send these things out. Vegas one looks really cool. I liked it when the Bristol one came out too, with this new blue that I made. But I'm sure you're gonna like these ones a lot here as they're getting ready to get shipped out. But now we got another one coming and ready to rock and roll there. So. Got what, 4 trophies now? Is that what it is? You win 4 races? Or was it 5?
I think so. We're gonna have to get a bigger table for sure.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. But yeah, you got them on the way. So I got Carol's going out too, and everybody else. So, but man, just to keep it up, keep up the hard work. You're putting on a great show. Love it, man. Love it.
Thank you, boys. Y'all have a great night.
You too, man. Thank you. All right, let's get Bubbles up in here, a.k.a. Hunter Lagunas. Hunter, you got Chris behind us here in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
My man! Dude, great run for you tonight. You're battling out there, dude. How about that hot run? You got yourself in the mix of a lot of the different battles tonight from midfield and up. I mean, how was that traffic out there for you?
Honestly, I think I stayed top 5, top 6 most of the race. I started deep. I messed up my qualifying run. Started 11th, which I guess isn't too deep, but it's mid-pack. Got up to the front in like 5 laps. Made a killer move on Tom and Garrett. Split it right in the middle. Move of the race, possibly.
We've seen it.
Man.
And rewound it too, by the way.
Oh, baby. Oh, baby. I'm glad you guys got that one.
Oh, yeah.
That's all I'm going to say.
That was awesome.
But yeah. I had a good run all throughout the race. You know, setup could have been there a little bit better, help me maybe keep up with Dylan, but besides that, I mean, it was a good run.
Yeah, nailed your program. You kept it up where you needed to be. Where do you think that was like the hindrance at the end of your run for stage 3? Because you were catching them, it seems like, but I don't know. Just seems like you kind of ran out a little, you know, not quite there. Wasn't able to get there.
Yeah, I didn't have enough for him. I had to kind of burn it up just to keep up with them, and I was kind of, you know, whatever Dylan's on is good. Let me tell you what, I can't keep up with it. I mean, he's rolling right now. Same with Trevor Baxter, he's rolling. So those Ryko sets are flying right now.
It seems like your program's pretty fast too, so maybe just a couple little tweaks to your program, and I think that you're right there with them.
Oh yeah.
Man, well, congratulations to you on the run tonight. Beautiful run, really was, man. You had that 27. You putting on a show. I mean, there was some contact there. Yeah, you were wheeling that thing, dude. What a great run for you tonight. Super stoked for you to get back up here and in the booth one more time.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's always nice.
Yes, absolutely. Let's get some shout outs before we get you out of here, of course.
I want to thank you for, broadcasting this, Tom, for putting on the league. Everyone over there, Bowtie Bandits, Carl, Carol, Raymond, Tom, obviously, putting on and helping a lot. I want to thank Dylan's parents, and family members out there watching, love Dylan's family members. They're all great people over there. That's about it.
Yeah, well, and it's I forgot to mention it too, but we're glad to hear that Grandma's doing better. Obviously, if she was out there watching the race. So Grandma, we're stoked you're doing good. All right, keep it up. All right, keep watching the race because we love watching you. Have you watch this thing? So yeah, that's great run for everybody tonight, especially yourself, dude. I mean, you put on, like I said, great show. And really ran a consistent program out there tonight. Put on and turned some heads with some of those passes too. Dang, that was close.
That's the point, right? You can't win it. Do it in style. That's right.
That's it. And he did too. Congratulations, and what a good run, bud. What a good run.
Thank you.
Got it. We'll see you again. Hopefully next race. Bring the thunder, man.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna try.
You got it, bro. And that was second place, Mr. Hunter Lagunas, aka Bubbles. Love that. That's awesome. All right, let's grab our last and final podium finisher and runner-up for tonight, Mr. Steven Johnson in the one car. Johnson, you got Chris behind us here in the booth. Got a copy.
Yeah, what's happening?
Man, what a run you had tonight. What an exciting one too. So we seen you looking out your passenger side window, all right, and then the driver's side window, as you were mowing some grass and doing some landscaping thing down there in the infield. And I think you wanted to challenge yourself, so you did it like twice, make sure you did it right. And then you make it to podium after leading a lot of the last stage. What the heck?
I know it's gonna shock you, but take a guess how much practice I did for this race.
Close to donut, I'm thinking.
Yeah, pretty much none. So it was like 2 laps and then the qualifying, and then I spent the first 100 laps just trying to figure out how to drive the car, and just that bump in turn 4 is just I mean, like, I try to be ready for the bump and it still just swings you around. About 100 laps and I kind of figured out actually how to drive it. I'm like, okay, let's start actually racing. Dylan took better care of the tires than I did on that last run. Like, I knew even when I was pulling up about 1 or 2 seconds ahead, I'm like, this just isn't right. And I felt like I was taking care of the tires, but clearly it wasn't enough, and Dylan was able to come back up to the front and was able to get the win. So good job to him.
Yeah, but you held on to that third position. He got past Hunter challenge. You still did the smart move, not giving up any kind of time, not battling hard, and did a smart run at the end to bring you to that P3 after an up and down race for you. I mean, you were filled with full of tremendous adversities out there.
I mean, once they run you down from 3 seconds back, there's no point fighting them. But there's 30 laps to go. There's just go to the high side, let them go by, let them run the race. We run ours, and then just hopefully it works out at the end. And was hoping for that caution. Had a set of tires laying, but just didn't get a chance to use them. So we get to, unfortunately, we don't get to take them home. So they got to stay at the track.
Well, there you go. Less out the pocket, I guess, there, at least their digital pocket. But I mean, great run for you tonight, though. What an exciting, race for you, because again, you were putting on some passes, marching through the field, doing the Johnson, aviation services, flying all kinds, right? Flight service, sorry. But yeah, you did some fine work out there on track again. And I thought you may have had it there at the end. I really did. I thought you did. You're gonna save enough, hold them off, but. Man, but it's still great run, super exciting, and congratulations to you on your P3.
appreciate it. Just trying to put on a good show. And there was some entertainment, some controversy tonight. Hopefully, yeah. I was sitting the first 100 laps of this race, being like, this track sucks, and it still does. But at least hopefully there was a few interesting things that happened.
Oh, there was plenty of cars stepping out, holding on to it. I see more of a Tokyo drift tonight than I did see of like a NASCAR. I think, I don't know, because there's guys just all over the wheel. Out of every turn. It was great. But,
Good times.
Yeah, we'll let you get on out of here. Thank you again for running, man. Thank you for showing up, putting on the show you do, and hopefully we'll see you again next week for sure.
All right, be well. We'll talk soon.
You got it, buddy.
All right, see you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was Mr. Steven Johnson in that one car, sitting P3, but still got himself a phenomenal run tonight, along with the rest of the boys. Super proud of Front Row Esports. Had himself just a couple of small little minute cautions, but nothing severe. Had himself just a solid race. And I can't really tell you how important that is for us to get a long green flag run in for these drivers. Gives them a chance to really fill out their programs, knowing how much they're on it and how much they're off it. Because you don't know if you're always running the cautions, you're always getting those good tires. You're not getting a chance to wear those tires out and really have to get up on top of that wheel and see where you need to get better, or where you've gotten to where good to where you're styled up nicely, like a Banks in that cake eater program. But man, I was just super stoked for everybody, and of course for you fans out there tonight. I hope you guys really enjoyed the race, and we're gonna keep trying to put them on for the rest of the season. So, but I'm gonna let y'all get out of here. Do that like and subscribe. Really help that that support here. Shows us that we're doing something right on this channel and trying to bring out some good racing. And of course, don't forget the noties. We go on really quick when it comes to our races. We only broadcast like once a week or so. So hit them noties. You'll get a quick notification knowing that we're going on. And get on there, catch that intro, and catch all the excitement. But I'm Chris Mulhamus. This is FRB. And I appreciate you all stopping in and checking out for tonight's race. But we're going to get on out of here. See you next week. Take care. We'll see you soon.
Another one bites the dust. Steamboats turning down the street with the brim pulled way down low. Ain't no sound with the sound of speed. Machine guns ready to go. Are you ready? Hey, are you ready for this? Are you hanging on the edge of your seat? Out of the doorway, the bullets rip to the sound of the beat. Yeah. Another one bites the dust. Another one bites the dust. And another one gone. And another one gone. Another one bites the dust. Hey, hey. I'll get you too. Another one bites the dust. Let's go. Another one bites the dust. Another one bites the dust. Let's go. Another one bites the dust. How do you think I'm gonna get along without you when you're gone? It took me for everything that I had and kicked me out of my own. Are you hungry? Are you satisfied? How long can you stand the heat? Out of the doorway, the bullets rip to the sound of the beat. Look out! Another one bites the dust. Another one bites the dust. Another one gone. Another one gone. Another one bites the dust. Hey, look at you too. Another one bites the dust. Let's go. Another one bites the dust. Another one bites the dust. Let's go.